In the United States alone, there is one divorce every 36 seconds. That's nearly 2,400 divorces per day, 17,000 divorces per week, and 876,000 divorces per year. Your marriage day is usually the happiest day of your life. Everyone believes that it will be like that every day thereafter. The sad truth is, nearly 45% of first-time marriages end in divorce. These are sad statistics, and we believe they can be changed one marriage at a time. In this podcast, my wife and I share what our over 33 years of marriage has taught us, how we dealt with the challenges that came our way, and in the end, how to love being married. You ready to go?
Yes. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go? Well, there was some exciting news that happened yesterday. So I think we'll start with the exciting news.
Okay.
You know what it is,
Of course I do.
So what's the exciting news?
I passed my Utah State real estate exams. Woohoo!
She passed. Yes. We're so excited
what a relief.
About that.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. We're so excited.
And what have you been saying? I can't wait to get my wife back. And I've been saying I can't wait to get my life back.
Exactly.
It's exciting.
So I finally got my wife back, and you are my life. So I guess I have my wife and my life back. That's exciting. We're so exciting to have her done.
Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm excited.
And on other news, so we finally get our podcast going because last week was so busy for her, and all I had is work.
Well, I've literally been 6 days a week. I haven't done it on Sunday, but I have worked usually anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day studying.
And she has.
Like with maybe a couple bathroom breaks, and that's about it. Right?
And not very many of those.
Yeah, like really
fast. I don't know how
fast.
you go that long, but she did.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so excited to be done.
So way to go, baby.
Thanks for supporting me.
She's amazing.
And I have to say, so Paul is the Shelley whisperer.
I am?
Yes, you're my whisperer because you calm me down.
It's okay. It's okay. Calm down. Okay.
You say just the right words to me to calm me down. Thanks, babe. Oh, and I have to say, so I'm a very clean person, and I like to clean the house. Like I like it to be super clean all the time. And with studying, that has been my very top priority with doing real estate school. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to clean the house. And yesterday morning, I looked at our toilet and I was like, oh my goodness, our toilet has never looked like that before. And I jumped in the shower and I got out and I had said something about it, and Paul had cleaned the toilet.
First time ever.
While I was in the shower. You're the best.
It was bothering her so much.
I hate having a dirty house.
I didn't even notice.
I like our house to be super clean.
The house is actually spotless, even though she doesn't clean it. She keeps it spotless.
I need to vacuum. I need to mop.
And she's conditioned me to the point where I try to keep my parts clean. Yeah. And I have a pretty clean office. You gotta admit. It's pretty clean now.
You've really duded it up. It looks like a recording studio in here for real.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Like a professional recording studio. He has 7 monitors. I just counted.
One for each of my eyes.
7? Who needs 7 monitors?
Well, they all do their job. There's special things they all have to do.
Attached to the wall, and they swing and they move. Oh my gosh.
Well, you have to have them just in the right place at the right time.
I married a technical guy.
So speaking of overdoing things, I was thinking about COVID weight. We talked about that a little bit ago, about COVID weight, and everybody seems to have a little COVID weight, except for you. She's lost weight, and she can't afford to lose. If you've seen her, she can't afford to lose any weight. But I don't know what it was. You gave me a third of a cookie one day, and I don't usually eat that stuff because it goes right to my waistline. But I ate that 1/3 of a cookie. Now, granted, it was It was a pretty big cookie, but
it was a crumble cookie, and it's dulce de leche. So good.
But you said a third of it.
Yeah, because we split it 3 ways, you, me, and Kyle.
And I gained 1.5 pounds the next day.
How does that happen?
How do you gain 1.5 pounds when I that thing couldn't have been more than a couple ounces?
Oh, I don't even know if it was that.
So how does that work?
I haven't a clue.
It's not fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's taken me days. And granted, I did get the 1.5 pounds off. I'm still not at my goal
you look
weight.
Awesome, babe. You look perfect.
All those that wonder, I'm 175 today. Ka-ching. I'm a heavyweight champion now.
You look so good.
And on other news, so our daughter and her husband, they got into a new house here recently, and they have a ton of weeds.
Yeah, because they've been waiting for the landscapers to be able to do their yard, and they were I think they scheduled them back in the spring, like early spring, and they were out until mid-August before they can come. So they're coming next week.
So I don't know how they came across this, but they found out that you could rent goats
for free.
So they paid $25 in goods. I don't know if they bought goat's milk or goat cheese or what they bought in the store. I doubt they got that. Who knows what they bought?
Yeah.
They had to buy a few things, and then they got the goats to use for as long as they wanted. They said as long as you need them. So they've had them for a few weeks now.
Yeah, not too long.
But those goats, their front yard doesn't have one weed in it.
And it was crazy full of weeds.
There
tall,
were weeds about 4
weeds.
feet high in there. They were really tall weeds, and those things, I mean, you don't see green in their front yard.
I know.
So they've moved them around other parts of their yard, nibbling away. And
you showed me a picture. I
thought for sure. I asked Marissa. I said, "Did somebody come and do something to your yard already?" And she said, "No, the goats did that."
That
and
is
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, because I haven't even hardly been out of the house, but you went yesterday and
I do see some yards sometimes that could use some goats.
Yeah.
$25. You can use these goats as long as you want. Maybe you should keep them. Make the world a better place.
So if you had grass, they would probably eat it down to the dirt, right?
I would think they would.
Because all you can see right now.
You wouldn't want them with your grass unless you can't tell the difference between your grass and your weeds.
Yeah, because Marissa's all you can see now is dirt from that picture you showed me. That was crazy.
It was really crazy.
Looks really good.
Another thing I wanted to bring up. So Shelly, my wife, she bought a laptop to do her real estate stuff and to study.
Wait a minute, you bought it for me.
Yeah, but
Thank
it's yours.
You very much.
It's
I
our money. So
yeah.
I
know,
bought
but
it for
you. Just
I picked it out.
Me. Yeah.
But one thing that's surprising is women, they have purses, men have wallets. And why is that? Because men want the smallest thing. But one thing that I realized is when it comes to what to carry your laptop in, men pick a great big backpack, and women want the smallest, slimmest thing. They want these little pouches to put their laptops in. And then, we have to have cables and cords and tools and all kinds of things. So we have a big backpack.
Well, yeah, but okay, just so you know, Paul, I don't even know what I want. I have to ask Marissa. She's the one that told me what I wanted. Remember?
She did. Sometimes she tells us what we need. It's good when your kids are old enough and wise enough, they tell us what we need.
Yeah. And I got a pink little case. Pink is my favorite color.
It's really cute.
So cute.
It's cute. Is that what they say? It's cute.
Super cute.
Cute. And then we had a power outage here was it about a week ago?
I think so.
Somewhere in there. And it was around 9:30. And of course we're watching TV, the thing that everybody does right now. Watch TV, more binging.
It relaxes us.
It does. It's relaxing. But it's amazing to me how much you rely on power.
Oh, I know.
Because it went out and then all of a sudden you're thinking, I think that night it was 100+ degrees that evening.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, what do we do with the refrigerator, freezer to keep everything, if this is long term, because you don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 5 minutes or is it going to be several hours? You just don't know.
Right.
Fortunately, we went to sleep.
It was probably about 4 hours, though, right?
I think it was. It came on, went off about 9:30, came on. It was 9, I think it was 1 a.m. or thereabouts.
Okay.
But everything came on.
Oh,
We didn't have the TV on because
I was sound asleep, and all of a sudden the TV is blasting. And I was
lights went on, the TV went on. She thought I turned on the TV.
I was like, why do we need the TV
Why are you watching
on?
TV? And I didn't turn it on. It's amazing what comes on when the power goes off and comes back on again.
Yeah, and I think I was a little cranky about it, and it wasn't your fault. Sorry.
Hey, we need somebody to blame.
We've talked about that.
I was going to blame my dog. It's always his fault.
Koopy.
So speaking about technology and having the power off is our reliance on technology. And today we're going to talk about, are you a phubber? And when I heard that term, I thought, well, that sounds bad. So I had to research it a little bit. I had to find out what it is.
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, I hadn't either. But I have a definition. I'm going to read the definition. You want to hear what the definition is?
I do.
So the definition is the practice of ignoring one's companion or companions in order to pay attention to one's phone or other mobile device. So are you a phubber?
So bad. And you know what? When you told me that this morning, I thought that you were doing that because of me. I thought we were going to talk about that because of me. I have totally been immersed in my laptop.
Well, you've been doing something constructive, but I think we have to work.
Yeah,
we have
but
to
I've
do
ignored you.
Things.
I've ignored you. I've ignored everybody.
Well, you had to.
I did.
You
yeah,
did.
I feel like I had to.
You had to.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
why you
sorry
passed.
Still. Yay.
That's why you're so amazing.
Mm.
Well, one of the reasons. So I think we're all overly addicted to our technology.
So bad.
And it's killing our relationships.
Yeah, I even find like at night, if you get up to go check on Cooper or whatever, like I can't just sit there. I immediately go to my phone. Do you do that?
I do. I took an inventory of myself and I thought, I am a phubber.
Yeah.
I am a phubber.
What is wrong with us?
And I look back at some of the family activities that we've had, and I took a picture of this once. Do you remember? It was several years ago.
Yeah, I do.
But everybody had their phone. Everybody was looking at their phone. So we're gathered around as a family, and everybody has their phone out, doing their thing. It's
so true.
So I think
such
we're all phubbers.
Yeah, and like, do you ever find like first thing in the morning, like I open up my phone and I think, okay, well, I'm just gonna like check Facebook real quick, check my emails, and then I'll read my scriptures, and
it's the first thing we reach for in the morning.
I know.
You grab your phone.
And time can just get away from you if you let it. It can really waste a lot of time.
It's a big phone
problem.
waster. I said phone waster,
Time
but the phone
waster.
is really a time waster.
Yeah.
And where we have our technology with us all the time, we have our email. And I told you last night, I said, I'm not going to check my email.
And then
I hadn't checked it all day because I don't work Fridays. And I have next week off. I'm so excited.
Yay. And then all of a sudden I heard you say, I got 290 emails or something like that. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought you weren't going to check.
Yeah, so I checked and I did. I had 200 and almost 300 emails. Most of them were generated by different things that shouldn't have happened, but they did. And so I just deleted them all. I hate to see my inbox full of trash. You're like that too.
Oh my goodness. I like nothing in my inbox. You know me.
You delete your email as fast. You have like nothing in your inbox. I'm down to
I have
like
one.
almost 400 emails that I haven't filed away. And I try really hard, but I can't. I can never get through them at work.
Yeah.
They're
auto-generated.
My personal one's
right?
not so bad, but my work email is just so overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I'm a phubber.
Me too.
Think about it. What's the first thing you pick up before you do anything in the morning?
That dumb phone.
Your phone, you got to check your email or whatever.
Yeah, and then like you're on a walk. Like if we're on a walk, sometimes
You don't take your phone.
I don't, but sometimes.
So you're not a phubber on our walks.
Well, I know, but it can happen.
It can. So you can sit and look at things.
Yeah.
And I do have to kind of watch my phone. I'm on call this weekend.
Because you're working.
So I'll have to.
Yeah.
And I find that's another distraction that leads me into being more of a phubber because of that. Because I have to have my phone with me at all times. I can't just I'm going to put it away and not use it.
Do you ever find, Paul, that sometimes we're talking to each other and I find myself looking at something on my phone and I'm not really listening to you? I'm not really fully engaged in our conversation.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
Well, we both do it.
We both do it. I think we're all phubbers. So an experiment, and I didn't write down the source of this. So if this is your experiment, you're our source, okay? I don't want to leave your source out, but in this experiment, it said co-present texters were perceived as less polite and attentive.
Less attentive?
Yeah.
Less polite and less attentive.
In another experiment, co-present texting caused perceptions of lower conversation quality, which is
for sure.
Duh.
Yeah.
I think I could have said that without a study, but sometimes we need a study to prove that we like cake. 100% of the respondents liked cake. It was a study.
Good thing they studied it.
Now, on this article, this is from time.com, and this is talking about phubbers, and it says several studies have shown that phubbing makes face-to-face interactions less meaningful. And a paper published in the Journal of Applied Social Psychology found that even people who imagined they were being phubbed while viewing a simulated conversation felt more negatively about the interaction than people who didn't picture phubbing. So even the act of being pictured phubbing was negative.
Say that again.
So let's read that again. So in this study, it says face-to-face interactions, phubbing makes face-to-face interactions less meaningful.
Okay.
So we know that. We talked about that. And in this Journal of Applied Psychology found that even people who imagined they were being phubbed while viewing a simulated conversation felt more negatively. So even the act that feeling like maybe I was using my phone while talking to you, and I think what they're talking about specifically,
it makes the other person feel negatively.
So if I have my phone, maybe, and I think this alludes to this, one of the articles, is that if my phone's sitting next to me as I'm speaking to you, it acts as a feeling like you're getting phubbed.
Ah, I can see that. Don't
because
you?
My phone is sitting there and it becomes an item of importance and something that will take me away at any moment from our conversation.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
You're just waiting for the phone to ding or to get an email or to get a text or
see if my status changed on Facebook or Instagram.
I put a comment out there. I'm waiting to see if anybody liked it.
Which we're going to put this on Facebook, this phubbing. I think it's something people need to be aware of. So we're going to post it there on our Facebook
Paul,
page.
we need to do better at this.
We do. So phubbing can hurt your mental health, and here's some reasons. In a recent study, phubbing was found to threaten 4 fundamental needs: belongingness, feeling like you belong, and I think that's true. It's like even in a marriage,
am I important to you?
It's like, do you care more about your phone than me?
Yeah.
Do I belong in your life, or is your phone more important? Self-esteem, it can hurt self-esteem. And I think that's true. It's like, well, this person, my wife, my husband, they obviously like their phone more than me.
Well, I've heard our kids say that they've gone on dates and Like, for instance, our boys have gone on dates, and they've said that the girls were on their phones the whole time.
On their dates.
On their dates, yeah. That doesn't make you
but
feel good.
Do we do that
self-esteem.
to our spouse? Do we do it to our children?
We do.
We're going to have a family dinner tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see who the Phubbers are in the family.
I'm putting my phone away.
I'm going to have to not be a Phubber tomorrow. So the other thing it threatens is meaningful existence, which I can see that. It makes you feel like, am what I doing, and am I really important?
Is what I have to say important? Yeah.
Is my spouse important?
Mm-hmm.
And it threatens control. And I'm assuming that's control of the Phubber, that we lose control. Do we have control? I think it's an addiction. When you think about it, it's an addiction that we have.
Totally is. Yeah.
It's a major addiction. When I think about it as an addictive behavior, we all are addicted to our technology. And I think we need to make clear, what would you call it? Clear
parameters,
yeah, goals and parameters on these things to fix it. The person being snubbed is one most hurt by the
snubbed
the person being snubbed, it says in this article, is the one most hurt by phubbing. And you're getting snubbed, because anytime I pull my phone out, I'm snubbing you, because I'm more worried about my phone, my emails, whatever is going on, than you. So you're getting snubbed.
This makes a lot of sense. It can really break relationships.
It says the Phubber is affected too. So it doesn't just affect you, it affects me. Because all of a sudden I'm more consumed with the technology than I am with you. And affects all aspects of our relationship. Does my phone become more important than our time together, communicating, even intimacy? Are we putting intimacy after our technology? Because that's high on our priority list.
Turn it off.
It really is a problem when you think about it. So 2 other recent studies found that when a spouse phub each other, they're more likely to experience depression and lower marital satisfaction. I believe that when you think about it.
Keeps you from feeling very close. When you really have a good conversation and you feel like your spouse really heard you, or even if I feel like I really listened to you, it makes you feel good. And it's a good thing to listen to each other, isn't it?
And I don't know how many meetings you've been in, but at work, I remember my boss saying, I want everybody to put their phones down during this meeting. And it's because they're
somewhere else
doing other things. They're not listening to what's going on. And I've been guilty of that. When I'm in a really boring meeting, I'll get my phone out because it passes the time. It's like,
keeps you sane.
I might slip my wrist. Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this meeting. Yeah, it's so your phone is a distraction.
But it shouldn't be a distraction against your spouse.
Yeah, your spouse. So it can lead to depression and all kinds of things. Here's another one. This study found that people used their phones while eating with friends or family, said they enjoyed their meal less, and felt more distracted and less engaged than those who didn't use tech at the table. So put your phone away while you're eating your meal and interact with your spouse, with others around you. I think that's something that's an important thing.
Yeah, I do.
Do we really need our phones at the dinner table?
Right.
Is there? Can you think of a reason?
Or when you go on a date and the phone rings and it's really hard for me not to answer. Yeah.
So all those distractions.
Yeah.
A follow-up experiment found that phone use may make face-to-face interactions away from the table less enjoyable too, which I have. So interactions, I think, like we talked about, I could be having a conversation with you and just check out and and I have so many things on my phone. I have our alarm system. I have our sprinkler system. I have a camera system. All those things are on my phone.
You're totally
So
connected.
I'm connected to it at all times, and I got to check. Did I water today? Is the alarm working correctly? Is the whatever it is? I'll pull my phone out. And
What's Cooper doing outside? You look.
Yeah,
at
what's
your
our dog doing? Because he's a nuisance to the neighbors. And by the way, if you're one of our neighbors, we got a little collar for him. It's not a shock collar, but it vibrates, and it's doing a great job.
Makes a little noise. I know. He's so good now.
He is.
Why did we wait so long?
I don't know. I tried something similar, and it didn't seem to work. So
he's so teeny. You have to get something super tiny, or his head won't be able to.
This
he's
collar,
less than 4 pounds.
And I think it said 7 to 15 pounds is this collar, and he's 4 pounds, a little under 4 pounds. If he's wet, he's 4 pounds.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, next one. Phubbing may also hurt your reputation. Phone users are generally seen as less polite and attentive and poor conversationalists. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
They really are. I see
including
people that are
me.
too into their phone, and they're just checked out of the conversation.
Yeah.
So are we checked out?
Yeah.
You might miss critical impacts of human moments that really make up what a human life is. Really true.
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing out on the things that are really important? Are we so enthralled with other people's lives that we don't live our own life? Mm-hmm. We just want to read about what everybody else is doing.
Which really probably people don't usually put the worst parts of their lives. They put like the fabulous parts of their lives out there. And so you just think, oh, wow, their life is so great.
Yep, they're perfect. Everything's so wonderful.
Get enthralled with that instead of your own life.
I believe me, everybody has their own problems. Everybody does. So
you just don't know what everybody's problems are.
You just don't know their problems, but everybody, I guarantee, has some problems. And a lot of people don't like to let you in. So they just don't.
And they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't have to. It's private. You can share or not share what you want. But everybody has problems.
Yeah.
Social media is a big one and can often affect or result in phubbing. My observation is this. This is my observation.
Okay, let's hear.
That our social media has taken over our lives.
Yes.
And we talked about that, being more concerned about other people's lives. So I was just reading my notes, and we already kind of talked about that.
Oh, okay.
But, so this week, this is what I want everybody.
Have you ever seen, just a minute, have you ever seen people say, I'm taking a break from Facebook, or I'm taking a break from social media?
This is my last post until I post again tomorrow.
No, and not that that's bad, but you can maybe see.
No, I mean, that's good, but I see that. I'm taking a break. Email me or text me because I'm taking a break from social media, and then the next week they're back on,
which tells us that
it's so addictive. It's an addictive thing,
and it's super addictive.
If you're one of those people and you're listening, I'm not. I can't think of anybody. I'm not getting on anybody specific. I just have seen that.
Well, ourselves too, and so it just can waste time, and time is valuable.
Which those resources are a good tool. I am a part of several technology groups on Facebook. And they're very helpful to my job and to things that I'm interested in. Mm-hmm. So I'm part of those groups. So I do get on Facebook to kind of browse through those groups, but they can take over my life. They really can.
Yeah, anything can.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah.
So this is our we're going to do a call to action each week, because we figured if we're not giving a call to action, then we're not really. What are you learning from our podcast, right? So this is a call to action. I think number one, just like an addiction, we have to first admit we have a problem.
I admit.
When you go to the 12 steps, not that I've gone to the 12 steps, but I think that's one of the first things is that you have to admit that you have a problem. So I'll be the first to admit I have a problem.
No, me too. Yeah, because I want to listen better. I want to be more attentive to you and to our family and to
so us. I need to do better myself and put my technology down and have some balance.
Mm-hmm.
and especially during
And some self-control.
meals and things like that. I'm going to do that. Put my phone away during meals. I have to have it close when I'm on call for my work. And when I'm working, I have to have it close. Maybe I can put it a little bit further away so it's not so close.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Put your phone away during meals.
Okay.
Put your phone out of sight while you're talking to others. So can we do that?
Let's try to do better at that. Yeah.
So maybe even when we're talking to each other, so we're not distracted, put our phones away.
Okay, let's try that.
And we have the kids coming tomorrow. We're going to see if they're Phubbers.
Yeah.
And have them see if they can make a commitment to realize they're addicts like we are, and that they can put their phone away.
Okay.
And then replace digital life with real life. Because there's so many great things out there that are real out in our life. Are we so involved with watching somebody else do their life that we don't want to experience life ourselves?
I love that. Yeah.
Do we do that?
Yeah.
So those are the 4.
Say that again then.
So we're going to realize we are addicted.
Oh, yeah. Admit it.
First, admit we're addicted. Put our phone away during meals.
Okay.
And put our phone out of sight while we're talking to others.
Okay. Especially your spouse.
And then replace digital life with real life. Can we do that?
Okay. Let's try.
I think we can do it.
Yeah, me too.
We can do hard things.
We can.
Anything else?
Not that I know of, other than I want to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. And I have to tell everybody how supportive Paul is to me. And I want to be supportive to you.
Stop.
You're the best.
She actually is the best. I'm grateful for her. She's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And congratulations again on your real estate test.
Woohoo!
She's done.
Yay!
We can have somewhat normal life for a little season.
Yeah. Yay.
Don't know how long it will last. You never know, do you?
Life is unpredictable.
So anyway, hope you all have a great week and hope you love being married.